presentation. Here is the ABW program. This is the CEO's Unlimited version of it. Oh no, this is Jesus Rojas on our organization. But any other programs, just copy the URL and post it anywhere you would like. And so you can email it to people, you can put it on Facebook, whatever you want to do. So next is our Facebook group. We have a Facebook group. If you want access to our Facebook group, add me as a friend, Brandon Ivey or Brandon G. Ivey, or go to our Facebook group, which is ceosunlimited.com. That's the group. When you go here, make sure it looks like you'll see the Mercedes on the car. So once you do that, you can request to be added to the group. On our group, we have, this is where I upload all of our training videos. For those of you individuals, understand that I've created 90% of my organization came from Facebook. We do Facebook training. So if you click on video, you will see all the recorded Facebook training we did a couple of weeks ago. It's 6 parts. So you can look at all 6 parts. We also have presentation videos. I need to upload new ones. These are old that I did earlier last year. But we have all 3 corporate videos are here. And this recording will be up here. As soon as I finish recording it, we edit it, and it's going to be up here so you have access to it at any time, so you don't have to wait till Tuesday and Thursday if you have a new person that signs up. And I recommend every single new person that signs up needs to watch this video. So if you're not doing that with your team, you're missing out. You know, you're shortchanging them. So make sure that all of your people have access to our Facebook group. We give out information through here as well. Now let's talk about how to launch your business. You must have a grand opening immediately. Now what's a grand opening? For those of you who are old school, a grand opening is like having a PBR. PBR stood for Private Business Reception. That's where you would invite your friends and family over to your home. A person would come over, pop in a video, you will watch a short video, and then that guest would do a presentation for your friends and family. And they put it up on a whiteboard or give you out some paper or whatever, but they would do a presentation in front of everybody. That's a grand opening. In the old days, you had to have people drive all over town in the snow and rain, come to your house, and do all of that. Well, we are now in the new century. Technology. The grand openings now is internet. So the first thing you need to do is go to freeconferencing.com. That's freeconferencing.com. Get your own conference call line. This is like having your own house, okay? Get your own conferencing call line or your own hotel, Tuesday and Thursday night meetings from the old days. You want to invite all of your guests to your own conference call line, and then you are going to 3-way them into the live call that's taking place. Now, let me go over this 3-way process. This free conferencing call line, what's going to happen is it acts like a caller ID. You're able to see all of your guests. It looks just like this. You're able to see when they came in, how long they've been in. You're able to mute them out. You know their name and number. So afterwards, you can follow up with your guests. You get an email report on everybody who was on the line. You can record the call yourself. People ask me all the time, Brandon, that was a great call. Did you record it? No, I didn't. But you can record it through your own conferencing call line. Now, when you 3-way it in, and people have been making this mistake, they 3-way it in, and as soon as they hear the recording, and it says, welcome to the call, please input the PIN code. People have been flashing over. Well, once you hit flash again, you can't input the PIN code, and they're getting it all messed up, and they end up, hanging up on everybody. Wait until after you put your password in and you actually hear people speaking on the other end before you hit flash and bring both calls together and join the calls. So wait till after you put the password in and you hear people speaking to merge the calls. Your people will be able to hear everything going on the other side. Now, why do I say do this? People say, Brandon, why don't I just call in directly into the call and save my time? Well, here's the reason. Back in the days, in the old days, my very first introduction to network marketing, I was invited to a hotel meeting. I lived in Atlanta, Georgia. It was the beginning of December, and it was below 30 degrees and snowing. Didn't have a car. Someone invites me to a Thursday night meeting. What's the chances of me leaving my house and actually going? under those conditions and getting on public transportation. Not likely. And having the chance of public transportation being shut down. Well, my sponsor at the time was one of the only ones who had a car. We were all in college. And he drove all over town and picked all of us up, packed us into the car, and drove us to the meeting. That way he guaranteed that his guests were at the meeting. Well, I don't know how many times I've been to a meeting and I've gotten there late, and I walk through the lobby and I see a whole bunch of people dressed up in suits. I'm like, why aren't they in the meeting? And they're sticking their heads out the door, looking out the window, waiting for their guests. Because they said, meet me at the hotel at such and such a time. Well, if you pick up your guests, you guarantee that they're going to be there. This way, you are picking up your guests by inviting them to your call, and you're guaranteeing they're going to be there. Here's another reason why. And I have this happen every single week. After the call, somebody calls me up. I don't know how they get a hold of me because I don't give my number out on the call, on the corporate call or on the live calls. They either Google me, they find me on YouTube, and on YouTube I do have my telephone number. And they call me and say, hey, Brandon, hey, you don't know me, my name's Brian. I was on that call tonight. Fantastic. Man, I never saw anything like that before. I want to get started. Where do I sign up? I mean, give me your username. I'm ready to sign up right now. And I say, well, fantastic. Who invited you to the call? And they say, oh, I don't know. I got somebody gave it to me. So, well, how'd you get the number? I don't know. I think somebody sent me an email, or I think I saw it on Facebook. All I remember doing, I just saw it, I wrote it down, and it was a couple of days ago, and I was just sitting at my computer, and the number was sitting next to my desk. I looked at the clock, saw that the call started in 5 minutes, and said, let me hop on here and see what this is all about. I hopped on, man, I'm blown away. I can't believe what I heard. You sound like you know what you're talking about, that you can help me. I want to sign up with you. Give me your username. Well, great for me, bad for you. You did all the work to get this person onto the call, and they are not even letting me know who introduced them to the call. You have no idea that this person even got on the call because they didn't even say their name during a roll call. And so, yeah, there's nothing we can do at that point. So here's how you avoid that situation. You are a business owner. Be a good steward of your business. Invite your guests to your conferencing call line because now you have control. You know who's calling in. If you just invite people onto the live call directly, you're going to be sitting there listening to roll call, seeing if you can hear their name. Chances are a guest is not going to say their name during a roll call. This is something new to them. They don't know these people. They don't know us. They're not going to put their name out there. Somebody might recognize them, you know, and if it's stupid, they don't want somebody that they know to know that they were listening to a stupid presentation. So they're quiet. So you have no idea if you had a guest on. You spend the next 2 hours trying to find out who was on the call. So be a good steward of your business. Now, you must have a grand opening in the next 24 hours. And here's why. And I'm going to give an example of two people. You have Professional Bob and you have Excited Kathy. Professional Bob has made a lot of money in the past. He might have owned several businesses, been a big shot in network marketing. At this point, Professional Bob knows everything. He's not coachable, especially to somebody like me. He's like, kid, yeah, I know you say I need to have an emergency grand opening, but I've had 15,000 people in my downline. I've made millions of dollars in this industry. Look, I know what I'm doing. You're cute. Go sit down. Don't worry. You're going to make $10,000 a month off of me alone. So don't worry. Go sit down. Get out the way. I know what I'm doing. I'm going to have a professional presentation. I'm going to call up all of my people. We're going to set it up for a week from today. And let's assume today is Thursday because that's when the corporate call, the next call it was. And I'm going to do it a week from today, next Thursday. And don't worry about it. So Professional Bob spends the next week inviting all of his friends. And he invites them and tells them that they got to get on this call. He does not get his own conferencing call line. He's Professional Bob. They're going to show up just because he says so. A week later comes by. He had invited 25 people. After the call was over, he didn't hear any names on the call during roll call. So he spends the next 2 hours calling up all of his people to find out who was on. He finds out only 3 were on, and out of those 3, only 1 signed up. Professional Bob is in the 5% club. He spent $299. A week later, he only has 1 sign up, which means he's earning $100. He's not in the black yet. He's still coming out of the pocket. So his new guy saw what Professional Bob did and duplicated it, did exactly what Professional Bob did. Says he's going to have his grand opening a week later. Another week goes by, and this guy invites 25 people. 3 show up, and only 1 signs up into the business. 2 weeks into the business, Professional Bob, who's used to making a lot of money and having a lot of success, only has 2 people in the business. He's like, I've been doing all this work. I didn't sign up in this business because I'm hurting for money. I just saw there's a lot of money to be made. Hey, I'm a smart guy, but I don't need this hassle. This is too much work. 2 weeks in, I only have 2 people in. I'm going to go do something else that's more profitable for myself and my time. So Bob quits because he's not in profit. 3 months later, you, brand new, you're excited about this business, or better yet, you sign up a person who's brand new and they're excited about the business. They run into Bob. They tell Bob about it, all excited. And you know what Bob says? Oh, I was in that deal a couple of months ago. Good compensation plan. It just doesn't work. It's not feasible. I mean, I tried it. It's just too difficult, too much time. I didn't want to put my time into it. It just took too long. Your new recruit is like, wow, if Professional Bob couldn't make it happen, then I know I can. I quit too. And Professional Bob ruins it for everybody else. No, Bob, the system works. You didn't work the system. You didn't do what you were supposed to do. And then you're going to tell everybody else that it didn't work. There's no way Bob's going to say, I didn't work it right. Then you have Excited Kathy. And Excited Kathy has no experience, brand new. And her goal is she wants to retire her husband. She wants a new house. She wants to be able to have her kids go to college. And she's excited, but she's extremely coachable. And she does exactly what we told her to do. She gets her own conferencing call line. She invites 25 people the next day onto her grand opening call. She doesn't give them straight to the live line. She puts them on her own conferencing call line. Because she did it so fast and everybody's excited and she's excited, out of the 25 people she invited, 15 show up. And she knows which 15 showed up because she's looking right at it on the report, on the conferencing call website. And out of those 15, 5 sign up. And I'm being extremely conservative. Our closing ratio is about over 70%. But let's just say 5 out of the 15 signed up. She's in the 5% club. 24 hours into the business, she's covering her costs monthly with 3 people, and she still has 2 other people, which means she's making an extra $200 a month. In 24 hours, $200 in profit. Her 5 people do the exact same thing Kathy does. And remember, your people will duplicate everything you do. That's why it's strange. You sign up for free, they'll sign up for free. You sign up paid, they'll sign up paid. You have a grand opening in 24 hours, they'll have a grand opening in 24 hours. So her 5 people, they do exactly what Kathy did, and they have a grand opening the next day, 24 hours. And they invite 25 people each, 15 show up, 5 sign up in the business. 48 hours in, Kathy now has 30 people in the business. Take 3 of them away to cover her costs. Kathy is now making $2,700 a month net gross residual income. 2 days into the business. And I share this story because we had a couple that did this in 1 day. In 1 day, in 24 hours, they signed up over 140 people on their team, levels 1 through 3. 1 day. 5% club. That is $100 per person. Net, it was over $10,000 a month net residual income in 1 day. Isn't that a good day? An extra 6 figures a year into your business in 1 day. I'm telling you, in just 2 days, having 20-something people on your team. This is what Kathy did. And I say that because that's exactly what we did. We got started 5 months ago. It was a Saturday morning. It was very early. I called up Mr. Mark Walden, and I said, is this real? He said, Brandon, I made $30,000 last month. I said, okay, yeah, I see that all the time. He said, I did it with 300 people on my team. I said, where do I sign up? And how fast can I get you on the line with some of my people? He said, let's call them up right now. We called up. We had Melvin Bradley and Alan Halliman on the line. It's just us 3. Mark did a quick presentation. They signed up. An hour later, we had about 12 or 15 of our other close associates. And about half of them signed up. And that night, this is all the same day, about 6 hours later, we had to get time to get people on the line. We had about 30 people on the line. And like 20 of them signed up. 1 day. Grand openings, and that's before we had 3 calls a day, training calls, videos, recorded calls. We didn't have any of that stuff. We just did it. And 5 months later, we are exploding. We're in 13 countries now. You guys saw my back office. You see what we're doing. And this is just 5 months. So if you want to be successful, find the person who's been successful and duplicate what they're doing. Do what they do. Copy it. So a grand opening is very important. In fact, in about 35 minutes from now, our official Saturday morning training, all I'm talking about is grand opening, how to set up a grand opening, how to do it properly, how to do it the right way. And it will be recorded, so everybody will have access to it for those of us that can't hop on. They got church, whatever, this morning. But you will have access to it. So ladies and gentlemen, that is it. This is the new members getting started call. First of all, once again, congratulations on signing up with our opportunity. Thank you for coming on board, making the decision. Watch this video over and over again if need be. Make sure you do all the logistics and get that stuff out of the way. My name is Brandon Ivey with CEOs Unlimited. Thank you for watching this presentation. Look forward to working with you all. Bye-bye.